Me and my buddies are getting to Horus Heresy. Really like Solar Auxilia. Is the army box set a decent start? Yes, but you need like 3 of them. Look, Heresy is hard mode. Solar Auxiliary is hard mode. If you want to get into Heresy, Heresy, the rule system around Heresy is just like Old World. Old World and Heresy are trying to bring the narrative to life. They're saying, okay, here's the battlefield, here are the armies. Let's make some rules that show you what those things do in real life, so to speak. 40k AOS isn't so much like that. 40k and AOS is like half war game, half strategy game with stratagems and how do I kill that thing? How do I kill that thing? How do I get behind there and score my points? That's what AOS and 40k is now, which is fine. It's good. It's fun, particularly if you lean into it. Horus Heresy in Old World is like, what would happen if I stuck a goblin on this catapult and threw it across the battlefield? What are the rules do I need to put in place to make that sing? So the rules are written with the narrative in mind. So with that in mind, if you want to start in Horus Heresy, then playing with Mechanicum and Solar Auxilia, playing anything non-transhuman in that setting is hard mode. They will struggle to routinely beat most Space Marine legions unless you're really good or bring a really strong list. Because to fight transhumans, you're going to need to be a really good general and have a really strong detachment that is rocking against them. And then Custodes is playing on easy mode, and Knights are playing on easy mode. You can run around with a couple of Knights. Now, the differences aren't great, but they are there. So if you want to rock Solar Auxilia against transhumans, does the box set you up well and good? Yes, but what you need with Guard is you need a lot of them. The way you can beat your transhumans is, if you want to play Solar Auxilia well, you want 100+ Solar Auxilia. You want the bodies. That's something transhumans can't do. What you can do with transhumans is trap them in place. What you can do is swarm across the board and stop some of the transhumans getting to where you want them to be, because they've got to dig their way through 50 guardsmen. So if you do Solar Auxilia well, 160 guardsmen, start there. You want to find as much AP2 and as AP1 as you can, because transhuman, to burn through their armor. So you want to try and find as much plasma as you can. Command squads with plasma in it, that's good. They don't sell these right now, Games Workshop. You want them. And tanks. You want your tanks. And air power, your aircraft. You want them. So, yes. Otherwise, if you want to collect Solar Auxilia, then start. That's if you want to win. That's if you want to reliably win most of the time. There's strong ways to do it. However, having said that, Heresy, if I was doing it, I would think of a project, think of something that you want to bring to life. That's what I did with my Iron Hands, that's what I did with my Raven Guard, that's what I've done with my Heresy collections. So you think of a project like the Armentura Macragge Solar Auxilia, the Armentura Ultramarine Solar Auxilia, for example, or the Gundernet Rifles, something like that. You pick a theme that you want to do and you lean into it and you build it. And it should be up to the transhuman player that's going up against you to tone their stuff down to match your level of geek. And then you'll have awesome games. Because one of the things you need to do in Heresy is really have a conversation with the person before you play them. If I turn up with a 5,000 point list and I've got my tanks and I've got my dreadnoughts and I've got all my stuff, and opposite me, my opponent turns up with their 5,000 point list and they've got a Primarch and a Reaver Titan, I'm going to lose. Why? Because that's a Titan and that's a Primarch. I'm going to lose. You really need to have these conversations before you play in Heresy. You have the conversation. I have the conversation all the time. Are you bringing a Titan? Yes, no. Are you bringing a Primarch? Yes, no. If they're bringing a Primarch, I'm bringing a Primarch. They're not bringing a Primarch, I'm not bringing a Primarch. How many Dreadnoughts you bringing? I'm bringing 3. Okay, I'll bring them back 3. How many Dreadnoughts you bringing? 7? Ooh, then you've got to bring a good list. You've got to have these pre-conversations. And so if you're doing Solar Auxilia, I wouldn't worry about building the list is something good. I would worry about the collection. So answering your question, is the box set a good start? Yes, it is. Because it's a good way to start a good collection. You're going to want and you're going to need and you're going to use all the things in there. You're just going to spend a lot more money than Legion players, and you're going to lose more. But your army, the Solar Auxilia army, will look so cool when it's done. So cool.